Now, say my name.
The Rolling Bad Podcast.
You're goddamn right.
Welcome to the Rolling Bad Podcast, episode number 51, Over That Hump, coming to you from the desolate wastelands of Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're recording on July 28th, and I am your host, Elric Edge. With me today is...
Bill Costello.
And Ryan Taylor.
Yay! Ryan's back.
And we have 100% more Ryan Taylor.
He's here to take my mock Russia this time. Yeah?
I mean, I will take your Mock Russia because I have no army again. So, sure.
You're back to having no army.
Yeah.
Oh,
the wobble is on.
Hobby wobble.
The wobble is strong
That's
with
why
this
I'm
one.
standing right now.
Yeah.
We have a wobble.
Let's see. Today's show, going to go over our usual stuff, talk about all the sweet new goodies that have come out.
Yes, we
kind
are.
of something big in the 40K side of things.
Just a little bit.
As well as... What else are we going to talk about?
We're going to do a little bit on creation, not a whole heck of a lot. I don't have just the tip for this one because I spaced it.
Oh, no.
We're not going to talk about battle, I don't think.
No.
But in the lore section, we're going to talk a little bit about the big fact that dropped and the sort of immediate repercussions of it.
Oh, I was just going to say it might be a slightly lighter episode after the meaty episode 50.
After that 3-hour, oh my God, fest.
Garage Hammer wannabe episode.
Yeah. We can't do it. Better call Wytech.
Yeah.
But before we get any further, I'd like to throw a shout out to our newest Patreon, Mr. Thomas Lett with 2 L's. So really want to thank you for jumping on board and helping support the show.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it. And also today we are going to have the second drawing for our major contest.
Oh, yeah.
As we announced last time, Mr. Tristan Gray won first pick of the items and he decided to take Silver Tower.
Good pick.
Yeah, it was a good choice, and he's really jazzed about getting it. He was really excited, so that's glad to see. It's winging its way towards him now, so...
To Canada?
Yeah, to Canada Land, and hopefully tomorrow or Monday he should have it. It said first or second, so... But I sent him all the details. And so today we're going to be drawing for a brand new copy of Space Hulk. But... Because we have the world's coolest Warhammer store manager, we also have a set of consolation prizes. So we're going to draw a couple of other names after that and get in contact with those people and send them mystery gifts.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, pretty sweet stuff.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Really good stuff. Straight from GW, so very nice. So other than that, you going to talk about anything, Ryan?
I'll just chip in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I have done no paint or battle either, so creation and battle.
Purchases count. Have you made any purchases?
I've made a lot of selling.
Yeah.
But have not received the funds yet.
What are you looking at me for?
Let me guess.
Yeah.
But
be on to something new.
yeah, I've been working on one model. So, but we can go over that
All
briefly. Very briefly. 'Cause
Okay.
it's terrible.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on.
So now in the New Dawn, we're going to talk about new releases from Games Workshop and what we're excited about.
Yeah.
First up, I think Kill Team, right?
That could be
It's
a big one.
big excitement for you 40Kers.
Yeah.
And for the company. I mean, this is a huge rollout.
Yeah.
It's big.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of attention on the Warhammer community site.
Oh, yeah. Kill Team dropped, and the vast amount of stuff that's in support of it also dropped. So I got the box set, the Sector...
Yep.
The big box of... The terrain is beyond amazing. If you haven't seen the Warhammer community video where they did the Peachy and Duncan paint or build, whatever it was. It's amazing. Them going through, everybody taking a bunch of sprues and building all these amazing buildings, but it's crazy. So if you're into the 40K thing, this is huge because it's got, you got the basic box. Then they released the Fangs of Ulfric, which is the Grey Knight or
Space Wolves.
Space Wolves. Yeah, the other Traitor Legion. Sorry. Who was the first one to kill a brother Space Marine? I'm just saying. And then you got Croc Skull's boys. I picked those up because orcs. So.
Yeah.
But also in the offing this week, for those of you that aren't all jazzed about Kill Team, there's some pretty meaty AOS releases.
Yep. I think we finally got the end of the Stormcast and Night Haunt.
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
There's more?
No, there's more. So yeah, this week we got the Aventus Fire Strike.
Yeah.
The big guy on the
Torlon.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got the Black Coach. We got Sequitors. Then we got a non-Sequitur unit of easy to build Chain Rasp Hordes, which strangely only come in a box of 10. I would like to have seen them in a bigger box.
A box of
for
20
$40.
maybe, yeah.
But still to come, we have the Dracolines. We also have another Night Haunt unit that hasn't been released yet. So, got another week of that at some point.
That's cool.
Who knows when it'll be. I think GW are just letting us rest our wallets until the second payday so that we can still keep paying into it.
No, because you know what? They understand America runs on credit. We can get loans.
That's true.
So, you know.
That is true.
Everybody has a third mortgage these days.
Yeah. Only the cool kids do.
Yeah. So.
Third mortgage.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Mortgages are like levels. You guys need to. Those are rookie
I
numbers.
need a level
Get
up.
those numbers up.
I'm a level 4 mortgage advisor.
Yeah.
So we were discussing just a little bit ago, and I guess you guys aren't real big on the Torlons. The look of the Torlon.
No, I like it.
Oh, okay. I thought somebody was saying you didn't like it, right?
I don't like it in the light paint job. I think it accentuates that weird jaw
Yeah.
that it's got. But in the darker paint job, because it does the special character as well as the Lord Arcanum, Aventus Firestrike.
Yeah.
And the lighter one on that, I think just accentuates how strange and unnatural that jaw is. And that's fine. Because at the end of the day, it's a weird monster from the realm. So
to me, it looks like if it was to ever close its mouth, that the bottom jaw would hang so far over the top jaw that he'd be like catching raindrops and all that. You know, it just seems very elongated. So, but
it looked like a dog. So it'd have gels that would come down.
Yeah.
Or a chicken.
But I still love it. I still love the model.
So.
It kind of looks almost like a regular horse that just got fed steroids and mated with a griffin or something. I don't know. But I think it's really cool. I'm definitely getting one of those. And then what about the Black Coach?
It's a beauty.
It's amazing, but you know, the Warhammer community put up a picture of the old Black Coach heavy metal paint job and the new Black Coach heavy metal paint job. And I'm telling you, I loved them both. I mean, when they're done well, they both look really good. This new one, of course, you know, has the super dynamic pose and the etherealness to it, whereas the other one looked like just a coach going down the road.
Yeah, it's also like 10 times bigger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's freaking huge.
Yeah, and it's kind of not brought out real well in those pictures because they're both close-ups. So if you don't have a frame of reference or know what it looks like, then you're like, oh, they're both pretty big. No.
I do like they brought a lot of the aesthetics from the old Black Coach across. I've not checked out the pictures to see if there is a vampire in the coffin.
Oh, that I don't know.
Oh, yeah, there is.
And the new one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, now I need to buy it.
See?
Thanks, guys.
Well, I didn't do it. Well, kind of.
Do you want to buy a Black Coach?
Well,
Looks totally messed up.
No, he's just bound up because they don't want to release that kind of a badass into the world because then Archeon would get slapped down.
Ooh.
So it's
Vlad.
It's
That's Vlad right there. If you look at the Black Coach model and there's a body inside the casket, that's them taking Vlad to another place.
Is
They'll
it
release
really?
him later. No, I don't know.
to Warhammer Legends.
Yeah.
See, and I'm so gullible. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, that is so cool.
Stirring up rumors.
I got to get a new one and an old one.
Yeah.
God, eBay. Oh, yeah. Thanks for
telling you.
Thanks, Elric.
I still have the coffin from the other one. I don't have the Black Coach, but I have the coffin.
The coffin.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Just
very
randomly.
cool.
Does that make you feel better about yourself? That you have a vast array of bits?
I do have a vast array of bits.
If only bits were an army, then you'd actually have a flippin' army you could play.
So, Games Workshop, in the next release, I would like you to just release Army, Battle Tome, let's say Order, so I can get my Lord Arcanum in there as well.
Yeah.
Heads.
Battle Tome.
Just put out
heads.
remember the old VDR, the vehicle design rules for
Yeah.
40K?
Yeah.
You could build- yeah. Just do that for.
I don't need
AOS.
any attacks. Nothing
Yeah.
like that. I just have like 5,000 heads for some reason. And so I need to find a way to use them.
Anyway.
Question for you guys, with your expertise and vast knowledge.
Oh boy.
Sequitors are coming out in regular build kits so that you
Okay.
can, modify them and all that stuff. The chain rasp hordes are still coming out easy to build.
Okay.
And I begin to wonder, will the chain rasp hordes ever not be easy to build? Because what's the point of... Those things are so easy to cut apart anyway. If you wanted to multi-pose them, you could quite easily.
I think what they're doing is, on the Stormcast side, by releasing the Sequitors as a non-easy to build kit where you can actually do stuff. I think what they're trying to do is target Stormcast players and take the training wheels off and get them to the point where they can actually start building adult models and like they made a slight change to Staunch Defender. So that maybe like 10 years down the road, they'll be like big kids,
Well-
big boys. They can actually play real armies and not have their hands held on the
And
way
you
to the
wonder
top.
why we can't have nice things.
It's good that you mentioned that, actually.
Yeah.
So the original Stormcast come out, everybody's got a helmet. Everybody.
Yeah.
The Hunters come out, some of them don't have helmets.
Okay.
The Sequitors come out, and you can make them all without helmets.
That's right.
Oh.
So they're really just teaching Stormcast players how to paint skin.
Slowly.
Slowly but surely.
So that, again, they can start painting real armies
Yeah.
later on.
I don't think that's the reason, though, but
No.
yeah.
Yeah, stop using Staunch Defender.
This is
No,
why we
don't.
can't have nice things.
No, I know.
To answer your original question, I think it's because Chain Rasps do not have any weapon options,
Yeah,
Right.
pretty
whereas
basic
Sequitors
rules.
do.
Yeah.
So you have the choice between the different weapons on Sequitors. So I think that's maybe what we'll see going forward. Easy build kits for things that don't have options.
Yep.
Because why do you need the extra bits for things that do need options? You'll have a multi-pose kit.
So they should have done was release a box of 10 Sequitors, but only 5 of them come with like one
Yeah.
weapon option and the other 5 come with the other. So
That
it'd
way
be
you
like
have to
the
buy
old school
2 boxes.
Tau Fire Warriors,
Yeah.
you know?
Or like the
You actually
Argonauts.
do that?
you know.
Yeah. So you had to buy twice as much to get
Or-
squads of one.
Argonaut's the dude that had to buy 20 boxes.
Oh, yeah. That's, come on. I got to bring up KO.
Because it's a great open
Cuts.
nerve.
Oh no, they've confirmed that enough weapons have been provided for any combination.
Oh, they took all the
Including-
fun out of it.
The 4 Storm Smite Great Maces.
I love them.
4 of the models are female and 6 are male. So we're nearly at equality. We just apparently decided we'll get close, but not quite there.
Yeah. Does that mean that only 76% of a woman's soul comes back in the reforging to every one man's soul?
4/10.
Yeah.
Talk about an azurite ceiling.
Oh my god. Oh.
And then the FCC took them
Yeah,
off the air.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just looking forward to it so that I can get some bare heads
Yeah.
Yep.
because I don't have enough of them.
Right.
So
Yeah, you
I
need
need
more
new
heads.
ones
Yeah.
with new technology.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I nearly bought an Evocators kit today at the Warhammer store for 2 bare heads. I might have an addiction.
You might have a problem.
Maybe. We'll
so,
see.
before we actually do get taken off the air, also for pre-order is the August 2018 White Dwarf.
Yeah.
The cover of which is dun 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 Adeptus Titanicus.
Nice.
Well, I say nice, yes, because I'm really looking forward to that game and throwing more money at GW and all, but it also means I don't see an orc on the front or
Nope.
a space
'Cause it's
wolf.
not
or-
No,
October.
no, we're not going to.
Okay, we're not going to go down that rabbit
No,
hole.
we're not going to sound like the orc Facebook pages
Okay.
full of whiny gits. Not orcs.
Orctober.
Whiny
Whiny
gits.
Gets. Yeah.
Or I mean, if they do not release them in October,
Yeah.
then they miss the trick, right? So August
Yeah.
doesn't
Orctember?
doesn't work.
Okay.
So
Okay.
October, guys.
Well, September would be
Yeah.
Tau, right?
I'm totally okay with them not doing a pun and just giving me orcs. But
They're going to do a pun. It's
Yeah,
orcs.
I know.
Dude. I'm surprised you like orcs, considering they are full of puns.
they're not.
They're puntastic.
How do you figure?
Orcs. They're always throwing out puns.
No. They're throwing out choppas, sluggas, shooters.
To hit your knees because they're a really small model.
You're just bitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Just edit that out, Bill. Yeah, that was terrible.
Like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so are we done with New Dawn? Is there anything else new coming out?
You missed the new Kill Team tape measure, which is the same as the other tape measures, but orange. And then the dice. How could you forget the dice?
The Kill Team dice, yes.
Yeah. Which actually do look pretty cool.
They are cool. They are cool indeed. However, I'm trying to break myself of my dice addiction.
Why?
So, I don't know. I looked at that box that has nothing but once opened or unopened dice boxes and said to myself, you roll like crap no matter what. What's your point? So, yeah.
What you should do is roll them, and if they roll badly for you, just create a tabletop where you fill them with resin over it.
And just
so it's just like a dice graveyard.
Yeah, dice graveyard.
You failed me once.
Yeah. Only once.
Yeah.
I like that idea, though. That's
Randy
cool.
would have his entire furniture in his house.
Yeah, just
out in
covered
dice.
with dice.
Yeah.
All right, so we probably need to move on then.
And now for our realm of creation, we're going to talk about what we've been up to in the hobby. Me, not so much. I know. It's a shocker. I probably should have braced you all for that revelation before I just dropped it.
You really should check that people are sitting down before you do that.
I'm sorry.
I gotta get my defibrillator here. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Bill's life alert just went off.
Ding, 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 ding. Wow. Take insulin now. Take insulin now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will kick off by saying that I finally finished the Soul Wars Stormcast. They were a lot of fun to build. I did get about halfway through the first unit. I think the first one was Castigators. And I realized that, I guess because I was using glue or something, I don't know. The way the pins were going together, I was getting gaps in all the models had some sort of gap, and I was having to pop them apart and file things here and move things here. So what I ended up doing on all the rest of the models was wherever there was a pin that fit into the body, I just clipped off like 1/8 of an inch of the pin. And maybe it was because the glue was taking up space in the hole that the pin goes into, and it was keeping it from really mating properly. But after I did that, they were going together just fine. Even the shoulder pads looked okay. So, hey, that is just the tip for somebody. So yeah, we do have a just the tip. Clip your little post.
Snip the tip.
Snip the tip.
No.
Nice. That's what you're creative.
That's what all the ladies love.
Oh, yeah.
So go
no, let's not go there.
I can't remember my Robin Hood Men in Tights lines. Yep. I'll take 2.
Yeah, I got all those primed last night, and I was sitting here with Ryan before the show talking about paint schemes, and he turned me on to an idea that I want to try. So hopefully they won't look like doo-doo.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We'll see. Gold and blue? No?
No, they're going to be kind of gray with, the gold armor highlights, just the gold. No, stop. Just stop.
No, it's just kind of gray.
Yeah.
Look a little bit kind of like the sprue.
Kind of like
They've been primed gray.
they're
And,
primed. That should count as 3 colors because I used 3 different cans.
Yeah, there you go.
it's a concept army. I think that's the
Yeah,
term
there
you
you
want to
go.
use
It's my
It's a high concept army.
Yeah, I'm going to
As in I was really
highlight
high
'em.
when I thought of it.
Yeah. I was kind of looking for a highlight color, and Ryan suggested orange would be a good thing to point out the gray. So I want them to come from the realm of life, but in the cycle of life kind of thing. I don't want them to be all bright and verdant and green or anything. I want them to be kind of like August, sort of towards the end of life, but not death. Not quite dead. So that I don't want them black. So I'm kind of going to go for this kind of weird sort of at the end of life sort of scheme. Autumn kind of colors. Everything desaturated, muted. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to do a test model and see what it looks like.
You offset that with some light blue, like every other army that floats around in our group, apparently.
I'm leaving it. I think it's established itself.
Yeah.
That
Just
light
embrace
blue.
it. That all of our armies are all orange and light.
I love the colors. So the blue we're talking about is the beautiful Stegosaurus scale green.
Yeah.
Temple Guard and Sotek. I'm going to have to leave it because literally everybody picks that as one of their colors and then mixes it with orange or pink.
We really should try to find dice in those colors.
Wow.
Because those seem to be the default rolling bad.
Maybe I'll just do my guys in green like I originally thought.
Yeah. Sorry, I derailed that. No, you should do it. Do it with the orange. Keep the theme going.
Yeah. No,
So-
I'm probably gonna try it on the test model.
Okay.
I built a test liberator because they actually show off the schemes pretty well. So
Nice.
we'll see what it looks like. And I'll probably scrap it and start something else. So, but that was my creation. Ryan, what do you got?
I created funds for a new army
Yeah.
Nice. How did you do that?
by selling the other armies. It's terrible. It's got so bad that my wife now just doesn't even let me bring the army back into the house after a tournament. She's like, just leave it in the garage.
It's easier to ship from there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's total shade from her every time. And every time I'm like, no, I'm keeping it. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to play it for more than 5 games. And it never happens. So yeah, that was pretty much my creation. Apart from I'm taking part in the AOS 28
Mentorship.
mentor-mentee program. So I finally scraped off all the chaos bits from my creation for my lord on there and did some green stuff mixed with milliput to fill all the holes because it was an ergo model. And instead we're making it like a giant, well, basically KO model, but with a giant water pack on its back. So this is for my idea of a free city set in Ashi.
Actually, Realm of Fire.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with the Realm of Fire because I can't pronounce the other word. So, and the city is going to have a beautiful rainforest at the top, and water is the currency. So the further you go down, the less water you have. So all the lords and things like that are going to have plenty of water, look super healthy. And then as you go down, people are going to become like sewer rats, pretty much. So,
Nice.
So I'm starting that. I've got help from Max Fitzgerald on that, who's a great illustrator. So he can actually conceptualize what I'm saying, which has helped a lot.
Oh, wow.
And he's also really good at what you should do at a model when you're cutting it up. So it's been really helpful. So I'm slowing down the process because it's been too hot to paint. So again, so we're going with that. So hopefully I'll have that finished by the end of the month.
Cool.
One model. Yay.
Hey, that's one more than I've done.
Yeah, true.
You're all over it, so.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't have anything else for creation.
Neither do I.
All right. Well, we're going to skip battle because that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Slightly. Well, we did just come back from a tournament and then had to do the big 50th show. So we can rationalize anything here.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Let's move on. Okay. So we're going to move on to lore now, where we're going to cover a bunch of different things. One of the things we're going to hit is the recent fact drops and the impacts of those facts and kind of our thoughts of some of the hits and misses. And we're going to do the contest giveaways. So anyway, with these 3 great minds, well, 2 great minds and me, we got a bunch of facts that dropped this week.
Yeah. They fact all over the place.
They sure as hell did. Now, I think by and large, the feedback that I've seen from the community is, with 1 or 2 exceptions, this was a really, really good drop. It was a really good. It fixes a lot of stuff. Although, you know, if you listen to some other sources, it could have been done maybe a little easier. I mean, some things could have been addressed by just a general rule. No stacking, period, instead of hitting each one individually. But the really big, you know, the big elephants in the room, the Seraphon just basically stinking up the joint is gone.
Yeah.
But they didn't hit it so hard that you won't see Seraphon anymore. They're still going to be powerful, but you're not going to see Lord Croak dishing out 106 mortal wounds on turn 1.
No.
So
probably for the best there.
Yeah. And then the summoning, you know, has been tweaked here and there to make it a little more. So anyway, let's, is there any particular facts we want to jump into and talk about? And before we start, let me just say one thing. If you go to our Facebook page, we did compile all of the facts into one big document. So if you, instead of having 90 little documents, if you want one big one, it's out there. You can download it from. That's a lie, isn't it? I didn't put it on the Facebook page.
You did, but we didn't do it. Somebody else did, and we just linked to it.
No, I did it.
Did you?
I dropped mine. Yeah, that was me.
I thought
we linked the AOS
AOS
shorts.
Yeah.
No, I linked to mine.
Okay.
So
Pretty sure you linked to AOS Shorts.
okay, maybe I did. I don't know.
Anyway, you should check out the AOS Shorts one because
Mine's better.
It's indexed, it's searchable. It's
Oh, well, isn't he just the most special?
it's in Australian, which is very similar to English.
You do realize
So-
that his toilets flush backwards? Okay?
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
So-
I,
just saying.
You're both full of it because Australia doesn't exist. That's a lie.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, it's not even on the flat Earth?
Yeah, Dan's not a real person. That's a computer program
Oh
that
my God,
puts
he's
out
like-
AOS content.
Watson?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, well, New Zealand too, which is basically just Australia light, right?
It's Australia North. It's
Hey,
like
my
Canada
my
or
family
America.
lives there.
Do you
Or maybe
realize
they-
we just lost
maybe they
almost
were-
all
they were
of our
just-
listeners?
Upgraded to the cloud.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it would be on the other side of the world,
Yeah.
which doesn't exist, right?
Well,
'Cause of the
it
flat
might. We're not allowed to go there and look.
Thanks, NASA.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
Okay, this is why we don't do even recorded shows.
it
But,
doesn't get to come down. Yeah, mostly just getting rid of stacking of additional hits
right.
or additional attacks. They completely changed the grots, so now it just does mortal wounds on a 6
Yeah.
rather than multiplying.
Yeah.
I-
Which I think is cool. Like, it gives them some mortal wound output,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
which is always nice to have.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah, and then bringing Seraphon into reality
Yeah.
instead of wherever the hell they were there for a little bit. That was pretty bananas.
yeah. Our
A little bit.
regular Sheriffon player has been going through that pretty deep. I think the Skink Star Priest took a massive rules rewrite now, so no longer gives rerolls,
Yeah.
Right.
but gets you command points potentially.
Yeah, and that's
Okay,
the
so-
thing is, I think the original ability was a little crazy, maybe?
Yeah.
A lot crazy. And the new one now is actually, when you look at how the summoning points work for them, he's just a nice little extra battery to have.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any harm or foul in that one.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? Like, he used to give you rerolls, but now he gives you command points, which can be used for rerolls.
Mhm.
So doesn't he still just give you rerolls?
He gives you less of them, and
Yeah.
But he
also
still gives
does
you
give-
rerolls? I'm just really trolling Randall at
Yeah,
this point.
that's-
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's totally worth the 200 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I'd put him
for
on
it.
Bailwind.
But that was a big. I think the biggest change or FAQ that I saw that's going to impact a lot of tournaments, a lot of games across the world is Sylvaneth Wildwoods
Oh, boy.
blocking line of sight.
Yeah. Very interesting, controversial.
Very controversial.
I think it's a double-edged sword. You can no longer teleport your wizards, your hunters with bows into the middle or the far side of forest and still shoot at certain things because you're not going to be able to see it. But you can potentially block off half the board turn one where no one can see anything. And I think that potentially will just lead to a negative game experience.
And you're also blocking out all those large base creatures, too. So if you're playing, it's going to go back to the same old thing of if you're playing against BCR, you just get kind of an auto win because they won't be able to move to objectives. You just block them out.
I was hoping that the big beasts could just throw their ice without being able to see their
It's
their
visible.
thing. That would be cool. You know, hey, I can't get to you, but here's an ice ball to the face that killed you.
Well, you could bring rock lavas. They don't have to see what they're shooting at. So, destruction making their way to the top.
Little by little.
Little by little.
Yeah. I bet you would much have more preferred a damage 1048 grots, though.
Yeah.
They could run across. You're like, oh, they all died from the wildwood, but one got through. Your entire army is dead. Nice.
Pretty much. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of anything that really... Oh, the changes to the malign sorcery spells.
Yes.
Some of those were really big.
Those
the Umbral Spore...
Umbral spell portal.
I can't feel the left side of my face.
Oh, you accused me of that.
Yeah, the spell portal got changed so that you can only put one spell through.
Yeah.
And I know that is a big change for some people's lists.
That's a big hit to Nagash.
Yeah,
It was-
for some death lists, some Zinch lists.
Yeah.
12 spells through a portal a turn. is
Yep.
What I was hearing. So no more of that nonsense. Hopefully that also means that what's the item that reduces D3 mortal wounds from spells?
The lens of refraction.
Lens of refraction.
Hopefully that won't be a plus or 1+ item.
Well, it got changed as well. So it got an FAQ. So now it only affects the first successful casting within 6 inches of the bear. So if someone does mortal wounds to someone within 6 inches, the first damage gets reduced by D3. It's no longer every spell.
Oh, okay.
So
interesting.
It kind of drops a lot of that stuff from basically auto includes to, once again. And some of those you could kind of look at and say, from just generally looking at it, you knew the Umbral spell portal had to change. Because that was just too much.
Pretty strong.
You put it in a Seraphon army or a Tzeentch or a Death army with Nagash in it, and I just sit in the corner of the board and kill you off. It's just no fun for either player.
So yeah, I think the designer's commentary, the main thing they did, get rid of most of the negative play experiences, bar that one Sylvaneth one, which gives a bit more interaction. As you said, they could have just said, on a rule of 1, you can't stack, but I think they've carefully picked the ones that they want to stack and they don't want to stack. It's just going to be a little bit confusing for brand new people, I think.
I think this is one of the instances where the FAQs came out, and I don't think people really have a problem with what came out so much as what didn't come out.
Right.
Because it felt like there was some stuff that still needed to be addressed that's kind of important, and now we're going to go like another 6 months without it being talked about, which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, it's crazy because, a few years ago, we would have, never had FAQs. It was at certain points in the game, and now it's like, we got to wait another 6 months for this to get potentially yes or no.
What if KO didn't get an update because they're getting a new book?
Stop. Just stop. Don't instill KO players with a false sense of hope. Okay? We're a stout bunch that have just kind of rolled with it.
Ben Johnson said on the Stormcast that he's working on something that's Secret Squirrel. That sounds like Flying Squirrel, which sounds like new KO.
Yeah? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
I was just thinking. I'm trying to think of why the KO didn't get an FAQ.
Yeah.
There's obviously been frequently asked questions. I know, because I asked it 4 times.
Yeah.
And that's frequent.
And that was frequent. In a 2-week period? Sounds like frequent.
Okay,
it didn't get answered.
What was your question?
With the grapples.
Yeah. I think a lot of people asked that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, it was very weird that it didn't get addressed.
I actually kind of wondered, in all seriousness, if that really is something that they didn't get anything because there's that thing's getting a ground up look. I don't know.
So here's, if you want my honest opinion on KO and where they're at right now.
Tomb King.
No. I think they are a very popular army that a lot of people got into. They just got a very weird release with the rules. GW has been trying to fix it through FAQs and kind of missing the mark each time. And I think that, yes, they will get a new book, just not yet. Because I think GW is still in a place where they're constantly trying to put out new stuff for AOS. And they're not, barring Stormcast getting a new book every 3 weeks. KO, they're still trying to keep up with new stuff.
But the thing
they're
is,
not going to go back yet.
The popularity of KO and the sales numbers for them, which, I mean, you see how many people have that army. I think this is an elephant you can't not deal with. You have to get that faction playable. And since it's already, a majority of the book is out, I don't know, maybe they do it as a free PDF. I don't know what they do, but no idea whatsoever. But maybe they have to do something to make that faction playable. Because right now you have a better chance of winning with Bretonnian Knights than you do KO. So, and it's just,
I won't know what he's smoking. But yeah, I think maybe they are conscious of how soon they released a book for it. Outside the Stormcast, no one gets a book every year. So maybe they're waiting a little bit of time. Maybe they're just waiting for the plastic to biodegrade so they can get new people buying them.
You heard about the straws, right? You know about the straws, right?
Yeah, next we're going to be like KO in turtles' noses. It's going to be terrible. And we found an ironclad this week inside the belly of a shark.
When will it end?
We found a gun
When will
hauler.
it end?
4 skyhooks in the eye of a
We found 2
clownfish.
Kings of War players with iron haulers. Where?
Yeah.
But no, maybe they are a little bit conscious of that. Maybe they're as you say, they're waiting. They're waiting a couple of years for the book to get at least a couple of years old before they release a new one. I also think we're getting Moonclan and Dark Oath next, but
Yeah.
so that's the end of the year.
Neither of those are Order or Stormcast, so I don't buy it.
Only most of the releases have been Death this year
Yeah.
or Chaos.
Or Stormcast.
Or Stormcast.
There's only been one Stormcast release this year.
They got a whole new book and a whole new chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, one book, which is really 90% of the old stuff,
Yeah.
just reprinted with things downgraded, nerfs.
Yeah, and
Nerfed.
they're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
the Space Marines of Age of Sigmar.
Staunch Defender is not
No,
what
they
it used
totally
to
are.
be.
They're the poster boy, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I can't understand most of the salt that comes their way. You know, your poster boy is going to get the attention.
Sure.
They are the icon. They are the statue. Even though I saw a great thing on Twitter where someone posted a picture where it was describing the statue and it was like a Space Marine standing
No.
outside. I'm like, come on, people, get over this. Even Google's doing it.
Oh, wow.
So it's pretty bad. But yeah, they're always going to get released. They're always going to, because they are the reason.
They're the Ultramarines.
It's Age of
get over
Sigmar.
it,
It's
you know?
not Age of Nagash.
Yep.
It's not
Yeah.
Age of Moonclan Garrot
Mhm.
or Age of Overlords.
Should be.
But I do think they introduced Sky rules and the Sky battles. Currently, the only thing that you can do that with is KO. So it's a KO Civil War.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So maybe I've not read the rules, so I'm sure there's other things you can do with it. But
God. We're just like spewing nonsense.
Yeah, well,
but the only thing up high,
it's the
At
magic
the moment,
8-ball.
right?
Yeah.
The only thing that has rules in the game that's always up in the skies, according to the background, is those big ships. So,
No, there's the mail carriers of Order now. Swift Hawk agents.
I don't think they're stratosphere, right? They're
I don't know. I don't know how it works.
like Kevin
My
Costner,
Frostheart Phoenix
just
is
scheming
not
along.
a mail carrier.
Postman.
That's terrible. Anyway,
Very
so
bad.
yeah, I think the FAQs were good. Thumbs up here.
I think we all agree they were, by and large, 98% awesome.
Mhm.
Now, it does lead to the big downside with the facts, and this has been pointed out by more than a few people in the Twitterverse and the Facebookiverse and all those verses. We're at that point now to where when you want to go play a game of AOS, you're carrying 3 books, plus your battle tome, plus your fact, plus your designer's commentary, plus anything else. If you have allies, you double that. So we are getting into this kind of bloat period
Yeah.
where we have a lot of sources to carry around with us. And 2 months ago, you had your General's Handbook and you were done. If you had your War Scrolls or your cards and your GHB, you were gaming.
Yeah, this is why I thought it was kind of weird that the core rulebook and the General's Handbook have, like, you have to have both of them all
Right.
the time. Whereas it used to be, because of the 4-page rules,
Yeah.
there really was no big rule book.
Yeah, there
was
wasn't
just
one.
the General's Handbook, which had the 4 pages of rules in the back.
Yeah.
So you were good. And now it's just, yeah.
In every starter set, they do have the pamphlet of rules. So technically you could get away without the core rule book. So yeah, you could decrease that by a book. But there's still a lot to carry on. And I'm not saying that this is horrible or it's a game breaker or anything. You're already lugging around 50 pounds of you-know-what anyway. So what's another 2 pounds of books? But still, it's becoming a concern that rules are spread so far out all over the place.
Well, the last thing you want, for people who continue to play the game, whatever, right? They'll adapt. But it makes it that much more difficult to sell to new people
Yeah,
when
and
they're
that's
coming in.
the biggie is that outreach to new folk.
Yeah.
And when you tell somebody, hey, I'm coming into the game new and I want to play orcs. Well, here's what you need. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, well, I thought this was really simple.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but you need, this
And not
$78
only-
worth of books. And
Not only that, but when you're like, here's a $40 army book for your army, but none of the stuff in the book is accurate.
yeah, you have
But
to go to
kind
the
of
app.
need it anyways because the points in the back aren't right. The war scrolls aren't right. And it's kind of like, well, then why even sell the Army book anymore?
Do we just use the app?
Well, that's what I was about to say, is the app gets rid of your £5,000 of books. Because you can just carry everything around on your phone, if you have one, on your tablet, if you have one,
But now you're dealing with somebody looking at their phone the whole time during a game.
Yeah.
And if your phone is like a little bit older and slower, it takes forever. And now, this is really frustrating with the app. When you buy a book, one of the Army books on it, you can't go to like each individual war scroll. So you have to go to that area in the book and then swipe all the way to the war scrolls you want. And then if you want to go back, you either have to keep scrolling back.
Right. The new table.
You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen this?
Yeah, the new table of contents doesn't have each war scroll broken down.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
It just says war scrolls.
Or you have to go back to the table of contents in the beginning, and then hopefully you tap the right one on your tiny phone screen.
I just click on war scrolls and then look at the war scroll on the app.
You're talking about in Azir.
I'm talking about the
in the
Oh, sorry.
books.
Yeah. I'm talking about. Yeah, I've not bought a book outside of the app since Fire Slayers.
Oh, okay.
Because I found out that is. Having said that, I will say that the books inside the app now, when you want to look up stuff that's inside the book that's not on a war scroll, is finicky. So you go to zoom in, because obviously I've got on my phone.
Yeah.
So I go to zoom in and it closes the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I open back up the book, and then I open it and it closes the book, and I'm like, go back to the old system.
Any kind of downward motion seems to close the book, and I'm like, wow, that's taking haptics to a new level.
Yep.
Stop it.
I think we're still looking at this though as people who are fairly entrenched in the game. So we're looking at match play points. We're looking at, the FAQs that we need to be able to play. I think if you're beginning and you're starting out and you're teaching someone, I think you go to the website, you download the war scrolls, and that's where you start. You start with no points, you start with nothing like that. You get them hooked that way, and then as they start to get into it more, you're like, well, if you want to play match play, you're going to want to do this. If you want to go to a tournament, you're going to want to buy your book, because basic play doesn't need command traits. It doesn't need spells. It doesn't need all the additional add-ons.
Right.
You can play a very basic game with just the war scrolls and the abilities there.
It's true.
Yeah.
So are we done with the facts? I mean, we were never planning to cover each one individually.
No,
That's a face hammer kind of
thing.
Yeah,
there's an insane amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, go to AOSshorts.com and they have a indexed PDF.
Fine, he's better. He's pretty, I'm ugly.
Yeah, he's
Sorry,
smart,
I blew up, Dan.
Yeah.
I mean, just slightly. You both have a lot in common.
Yeah.
You both have a beard.
Well,
okay.
Yeah, he's tall and fit, and I'm short and fat.
Oh, okay.
You both play Warhammer.
Hey, there we are. We have a world in common.
You both play Seraphon.
Hey.
Wow, I'm just finding commonality everywhere. Maybe he is like the opposite of you because he's at the other side of the world.
He could be the polar opposite.
But
Okay, let's move on before Elric throws up. So I know earlier in the episode we talked about what we're going to do in the realm of lore, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're going to discuss what's going to happen here with the future of the podcast real quick, and then we're going to jump into our contest winners. But for right now, we just want to let everybody know that this is going to be a really short show because a lot of things have come up and we've got a lot of commitments, and over the past few weeks, a lot of things have been going on, and we've devoted a lot of time to that last episode, and that was like recorded over 3 days, and then it took a hell of a long time to edit. So we're behind on a lot of other commitments. So we're actually going to take, a 3 or 4 week break?
Let's see.
It'll be 3 weeks to record, but probably 4 weeks for an episode.
4 weeks to drop. So it's going to be a little bit before the next episode comes out. Apologize. I know we said we were going to do some realm coverage, but in reality, we kind of looked at what we had for the realms, and between the three of us, we decided it wouldn't be quality stuff, and we don't want to give you just, mail it in or anything.
It'll be the end of August.
Yeah.
Towards the end of August when the next episode drops.
Right.
But it'll be worth it. It'll be a proper episode. We'll be back in the swing of things. It's just, with the last show, plus the events we've kind of gone to, our weekends got switched around and things aren't quite firing on all cylinders, and we don't want to release subpar content. And
quite literally, we've been meeting every weekend to do recording on a podcast because of the way we got behind.
Yeah.
So,
and wife aggro is
crazy.
building.
Yeah, exactly. And
So
so rather than just do a crap show, but also we're looking to do some changes in the future, and you'll hear them as we do the new episodes. We're going to kind of roll some segments together, and we're going to have some newer segments. You want to cover kind of what we're thinking about doing?
Yeah, so we want to do some in-depth realm breakdowns of each of the realms, and then once we chew through those, we'd like to maybe look at the realm of chaos, the weird interim realms between, kind of like where Slanesh is or Shadespire is. Yeah, the pseudo realm type thing. And
just like also some of the iconic places, Orb Infernia, things like that.
Yeah.
Where they're not quite realms, but they'll be key parts of the lore.
Yeah.
That we maybe want to delve a bit deeper in for those that haven't had the chance to live through 1.0.
Yeah, that's true.
Like me.
Yeah, and what we'll do is we'll do like a pretty meaty look at the lore, the background of them, take a look at the rules, look at how you could make a themed army for different things, not just, like if we look at Gur, how would you make an Ironjawz army from Gur? It's like, no, how would you make like maybe a nomadic Marauder Chaos, themed army or something like that, because all the races do live in all the realms to some extent.
Right.
But those realms are going to affect how those armies look.
Right.
So, and now that we do have rules and everything, it can really affect, you can really kind of sink your teeth into it. And we really want to dig into that.
Yep.
As you say, we don't just want to phone it in. We want to spend some time taking a look at each thing, getting a bit deeper than the surface. So I think taking a short break to realign and get that going, I think is going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, just 10 minutes ago, we started up a painting challenge. So we'll be able to bring some of that to the fore. That'll be mostly a Facebook thing, but we'll talk about it here online. Our first challenge is each of us, not just the three of us, but in the club as well, we're all going to paint a hero. And we have set a deadline of August 12th.
Yep.
So we have to have a hero done in 2 weeks.
So it'll all be done by the time the next episode drops. Yep. We'll definitely tell you how it goes.
Yeah. Self-motivation. And, we're going to throw it out to everybody. Go ahead, and if you want to get involved, go ahead and paint up a hero starting today and put pictures up on the Facebook page by August 12th, and we'll take a look at them and we'll all share in the hobby goodness.
Yeah. And then we'll also throw this out to you. If there's anything you would like to see added to the show, stuff that we could go over that would be interesting to you, let us know. A new segment or just things that you wish we would touch on more or whatever. Any little changes, throw them our way. We'll definitely look at them.
So, we want to move on and cover some contest stuff?
Absolutely. Let's give some stuff away. We've been pretty good about that lately.
Yeah.
Giving
away stuff is good.
Sweet swag.
We have a couple of things to do. Now, one thing I wanted to mention during creation and completely forgot was if you are a Seraphon player and you are lamenting the fact that your book, our beloved book, came out before there was support from Games Workshop for armies with, say, I don't know, lots of accessories for each army, perhaps War Scroll cards or cool dice or something like that. We didn't get any of that stuff because we were too fresh off the block. Head to the Seraphon Facebook group. It's a closed group, so you have to ask to join it. So just search Facebook for Seraphon and be amazed at all the resources that are on that group. It is a fantastic group of people who are, we had the whole thing going on about, Seraphon, and most of the group agreed that it was a little overpowered for a while, and now kind of agree that it's about right now. But there's a lot of resources there. There's a lot of really great stuff. So go check it out. Ask for entrance to the group, and then you'll be able to see all the cool stuff that's up there, lists and all that other neat stuff.
Just make sure you search Facebook for Seraphon and not Google for Seraphon.
Yeah, no, Facebook for Seraphon.
Yeah, it's a Facebook.
Yeah, Google Seraphon is some weird stuff.
Yeah.
Because where they got that name is, anyway.
Yeah. Kids and their internet.
You betcha. But now, we have the exciting, amazing, awesome prize draws. And as I alluded to earlier, we are going to actually do 3 draws. The first draw will, of course, be the major. Someone is going to win a copy of Space Hulk. So, will my excellent and well-dressed attendant go to random.org and generate me a random number? Because I have the spreadsheet randomized. What we did here was we took everyone who has liked or followed the Facebook page, everyone who has used the hashtag RB50th, and you got 2 votes if you left us a review on iTunes, no matter what it was.
Number 17.
17? That's Dave Wytek. No.
Ryan Taylor. Well done, Ryan Taylor. Oh, he's got the same name as me.
Yeah, that's
Great.
cool.
But he's from Colorado? Oh, I
Well,
can just take it up with me.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so number 17 is Benjamin Black, and he followed us on Facebook. So I will be getting a hold of you, sir, because with a name like Benjamin, I think you're probably a guy. And I will be getting your details from you and shipping off a copy of Space Hulk, which I hope you will enjoy. Now, can I have 2 more random numbers? And I will describe our lucky winner is going to get, or two people are going to get, one of them is a Stormcast Eternal paint set. You know those little small boxes? I think it has an easy to build Stormcast. I said Space Marine. A Stormcast and like 6 paints and a brush. So it's one of those little cool intro sets. And also a Stormcast Eternal paint set with the 3 models and some paints and stuff. So you're going to hopefully like Stormcast. So if you can do us another random number.
Number 65.
65. That's so funny. Tyler Emerson just won Stormcast Eternals.
I mean, if it's, you can probably convert them into Lord Arcanum for his Sylvanet.
Sure, probably can. And last but not least, we have the Citadel Essentials set, which is some paints and a set of clippers, what else is in here? A thing of glue. I should actually just look at the back, what tells you everything. Yeah, and it's got a bunch of different paints in it, so it's one of those cool little kits, as well as a Khorne Bloodbound paint set. So you're going to get a Khorne Bloodbound model and some paints that will paint them in suitably Khorne colors. So one more number, sir.
121.
121. And it is Paulo Z. So
From Twitter.
And I will follow up with those folks and get them their prizes off in the mail. Yay.
Congratulations.
Ooh.
You owe me a Coke.
Yeah. You got me. So is there anything else we have to cover in this meandering freak show that we called an episode?
Eat your veggies, kids.
I'd like to apologize for this episode.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I think we did, we kind of blew our load on 50.
Yeah.
And then we didn't properly hydrate to go back in again.
If you would like to get a hold of us, you can reach us at our email address, which is rollingbadpodcast@gmail.com. We have a Twitter account for the podcast, and it is @rolling_bad. We also have a Facebook page, so just search Facebook for Rolling Bad. We have a Patreon page, and that is at www.patreon.com/rollingbadpodcast, all one word. You can reach us at our individual Twitter accounts. Elric is at Elric Edge, and I am at Bill Costello, Castello. All of our guest hosts and any other products or places that we mentioned during the show will have their addresses listed in the show notes.
You're on.
Yeah, I'm kind of like in a weird drug-induced. I think I'm still recovering from the muscle relaxers.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Welcome to the New Dawn.
So you're
Is
just
that what
going
you
to do
normally
the...
do?
Yeah, no, not
okay.
really.
That's what...
I've never listened to your show. I don't know what happens.
Oh, my God.
Okay. That's all I had. I was expecting you guys to come in with more.
Oh, no, I was just trying to tell you to come in closer to the...
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
We were trying to. Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you want a chair?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Ryan's over here throwing the whole damn thing off.
I was going to say, you're coming in really low.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to get right on the mic. That's why I say use a chair. That's
Okay.
good.
He's
But
gonna
can you,
keep
will
saying
your
it.
back handle that?
Yeah, I just won't talk very much.
Okay.
It's good.
Ryan's back can handle a lot, don't worry.
He's been carrying us for how long?
Yeah.
They don't call me Ryan Brokeback Taylor for nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, those are going in the bloopers.
Shit.
Yeah, so anyway, then.
And the internet never forgets. Believe me, I still hear things about Sylvaneth.
Yeah, dude.
And well, you should.
Yeah. Yeah, you give me heads. No.
We can all tell this is episode 51, the letdown from 50.
Oh, there's only one way from the top, gentlemen.
Yes, we fall fast.
Well, we're not going to have just a tip anymore.
That's
so
true.
That's right. I don't have anything to tip you with, so
I've got plenty of heads. It's fine.
Yeah.
we're so
Like a
over.
headmaster.
So,
Jesus.
I don't know what the past of tweet is. What is it? I don't know.
Is that all we had in us, Bill, was 50 episodes?
Yeah. We pretty much ran dry.
Holy cow.
It was a good run, admit it.
Hamster is dead, but the wheel keeps spinning.
Turning.
It's all downhill.
Yep. Sorry, I had to keep my salt in check there for a second.
Why?
I was going to say, well, you could just not bring that.
I could also learn to play better.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to read my fact.
I know, but it's like making a ton of...
You should really fuck off with that fact. Right there. It's designer's commentary, people. You don't want the fact no more. You just don't give a fact. God, this is all gold for you
This
to
is
cut.
podcast gold.
Yeah, so
We're going to have a 50-minute blooper reel and a 20-minute podcast.
Yeah.
there's a lot ending
Welcome
up
to
in-
the Rolling Bad Podcast. Kill Team came out. Bloop. Here's the blooper reel. That's what it's going to be. That's the whole show.
All right, let's bring it back, people.
All right. We'll do it live. Right, sorry.
That is staying in.
No, it's not.
Welcome
No,
to the live show of the Rolling
Yeah,
Bad
this is
Podcast.
exactly why we don't do live
Yes,
shows.
this
No.
is why it does not happen.
I know, because it'd be 4 hours long,
Yeah.
and it would be...
It'd be
Mostly-
20 minutes of Age of Sigmar
And
and
lots of
3.5 hours
politics.
of politics is what it would be.
But God, it would be good.
Would
no,
it, though?
because we could segment it out, right? So we segment the 30 minutes for the AOS fans, and then we just throw this one up on, like, I don't know, Breitbart.
Yeah.
We're good. InfoWars. We'd be sponsored. We'd make a ton of money.
Yeah, we would.
Hey, you guys just fired Chris Jones. Can we have his slot?
we would literally
Wow.
just hire a really attractive woman to wear a Make America Great hat again.
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
I mean,
There's nothing
yeah.
else out there, apparently.
a couple of pictures are with, like, the...
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Of course you are. See, and this is the
Yeah.
thing, right? Is like,
We don't know.
sometimes he catches me out on this stuff. And since I don't listen back to the show, and
Yeah.
he's the one that edits it, I have no idea what he throws
That's
into
what I'm
the
saying,
air
dude.
quotes blooper reels when it's, I mean, the blackmail reel. All the dumb, ignorant I say.
I would like to point out
That's
that
a
this
great
is a satire
snippet
show,
right there.
and anything that
Yeah,
I do
really.
will
Yeah,
say.
this is parody.
Any
and
similarities to real life are purely coincidental.
satire. And any references to future or past presidents. Okay,
Yeah, really.
anyway.
This is all going
Okay.
to come up in 20 years.
You should probably just delete that, man.
Well, when you run for Senate, let me just tell you.
If I'm running for Senate, this country has really gone up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
and if I'm running for Senate, they've had to change all the rules.
Yeah, that's true. We have a new
I thought you just
constitution.
couldn't be president. You can be senator.
No, you can be a senator.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's just
I am running
president.
for... I would like to announce my,
My
launch
candidacy
for...
for-
My candidacy... Yeah, but I can't even say it, so it's probably
That
should
is
be it.
not a disqualifier anymore.
It's not.
No.
It's like when I first came to the country, right? And I pretended to everybody that I didn't know who Jay-Z was. I knew of him as the part owner of the Mets. That was it.
Oh,
For 4 weeks in a row, I'm pretty sure I got sent a new Jay-Z song every
yeah.
single day.
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I played it up pretty bad. I would walk into the breakout room and be like, what's this? And point to the toaster oven.
Oh,
And they
no.
would explain to me what a toaster oven was.
Wow.
It was brilliant.
Oh,
It
God.
was
that's
absolutely
loud.
brilliant. They were like, so how do you get around? I'm like, it's cart and horse for the most part, if you can afford a horse. Most of us can't. So
Just
you have to
cart.
go on a big cart where there's
Yeah.
like 40 of us on the back of it when there's 2 draft horses to get us to and from places.
People would buy it, don't
And they're
they?
like, wow, that's
Yeah.
that's crazy. And then there would be someone that would come in that had been to Europe and be like, you're full of shit. I'm like, oh yeah.
yeah.
But they don't know
tell
that.
them.
Yeah. It's how it is even here. When I moved out here from Kansas, people in New Mexico asked me, do you still have cowboys fighting like Indians and stuff out there?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we were only a state like 100 years before this, but no, we're totally still cowboys and Indians in Kansas. And then when I would go back to Kansas in the summer to visit my mom, people would ask me, do you have to have a green card when you go out there?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, man. Really?
Well,
I'm not going to throw away my shot.
Nice.
I'm just like my country, young, scrappy, and hungry. Yeah.
You must be out of your goddamn mind if you think the president is going to bring the nation to the brink, middling in the middle of a military mess, a game of chess where France is queen and kingless.
Wow.
I can keep on going on.
He memorizes
I
things.
love that. The cabinet battle? It's like Eminem versus someone else, another rapper.
Cannabis.
It's cannabis?
Yeah. That was like his original beef in the beginning. Then he went after ICP, Jermaine Dupri. It's part of the Jaw Rule beef with 50 Cent.
I'm just not down with the hippity hop. So I just don't know.
Sorry. Proof got shot and he kind of backed away from all his beef stuff because the heat was too much. Am I the only one that listens to hip? All right.
Yes, you are.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we're not even going to get any musical influences. Have you ever listened to music?
Yeah. I listen to a lot. Well, hip hop's not music.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bill, it's hippity hop. I think it's pronounced.
Hop.
I'm a hip hopper.
Hippity hop.
The hop, the hip hop.
Have you ever seen? There's a thing called Music 2000, and it's like satire on this like really old show. And this guy goes, "And what are you going to show us?" And it's like this new thing that's taking over the East Coast. It's called rap. And they're like, okay, so, and he's like, yeah, I've got this. He's like, we're rapping all day and we're rapping all night. I'm rapping. It's hilarious.
Oh my God.
What will music be like in the year 2000? Rap. I was listening to Michael Bolton on the way down, so.
Nice. That's staying in.
Damn it.
Good God.
Yeah, whereas I'm
you
I'm like
have like no
Teflon.
attachment at all. You're kind of like a sociopath of tabletop.
It's actually pretty disturbing. We discussed this, I think, on a previous episode, where.
But if you need to hear us, go back and listen to episode 50 again.
That's right.
It's so good.
So good.
Is
It is a great episode from what I've read.
Which on that note, actually, we're going to have a 3-week break.
Yes.
Because the weekends that this has been lining up on don't quite work with my schedule. And I'm the most important person in the room. So we have to redo this. So, yeah.